Now let's move in to direct advertising. And what direct advertising is all the mail order information and the flyers that you see in the mail and stuff that has come to you has come specifically to you. And some people think of this as junk mail. You might even get some direct advertising in your email box, and they call that spam. But you know what? It's also the one aspect that most people would prefer is to get information in their mailbox rather than having somebody telemarket them or spam them or even see commercials on TV. Direct advertising is an essential part because what you can do is you can take a look at the demographic of the list that you have. When you direct advertise to somebody, you can either go through delivery through your post office, or what you can do is purchase a list from what's called a list broker. And the benefit of purchasing through a demographic through a list broker through a list broker is you can sit down and they can tell you how many people have what the demographic is, what's the average age, are they male, are they female, what have they responded to in the past, when they purchase, what's the average amount of their purchase. And all of this information is excellent for you as the advertiser, because if the average purchase is only about $39, are you going to try to sell them a $2,000 package through your mail out? You might want to focus on an amount that they're used to spending. You also want to take a look at what's the competition that's going on in the mail. If it's, say, you're purchasing a list, what other promotions have mailed to them? Are they mailing and responding to basically health-based products? Well, if it's all health-based products, you don't want to sell a chocolate cake subscription. It's probably not going to work. You also want to take a look at, I know that I say I'm advertising in my town. What other promotions are they getting in the mail? Is it all credit card stuff? What days are they mailing in? Then I want to take a look at my package. Is it going to be something that's going to be unique? Is it going to be just a plain blank envelope? Is it going to be an envelope with a lot of colors and information on the front? You got to remember, when people get their mail, the first thing that they usually do is sort it. Things will go into either the A pile that they read or the B pile that goes in the garbage. You want to make sure that if you're going to direct advertise, that you're going to get into that A pile. And how do you do that? And also you want to be able to understand, how are you going to track that package? Are you going to put in a specific offer that only they can respond to? And that way okay, if you spend so much money, you're getting so much of a return on investment on it. Right? Because it doesn't matter how you advertise, each advertisement has to have a specific and understandable return on investment. Now let's take a look at broadcast advertising. And broadcast advertising is all the TV, the radio, all of the information that you see coming across that. And TV and radio have taken a bit of a hit now because with the advent of the internet, people can get commercial-free music online, or they can download videos online. There's also paid channels that don't have advertising, and in truth, the advertising is the only way that some of the networks make their money. Right? So you want to make sure that if you're going to broadcast advertise, number one, what's the demographic? How many people are actually there? If you're going to advertise on a radio show, are you advertising on a radio station that your target customer is going to be on? If you're advertising to 18 to 24, are they going to be listening to the oldie station or the country music station? Or if you're advertising to the opposite, the seniors, are they going to be listening to a hip hop radio station? You really need to know what the demographic is. As well with the TV shows. TV stations, where do they focus their programs? If you're going to be are you going to be on a popular show? Are you going to be advertising on the show like Friends, or are they going to advertise on a kids commercial? Also, what time of day? Like in the radio, their biggest the biggest, most often time they have people listening is the ride into work and the ride home from work. Are your advertisements going to be there during that time of day, or during the quieter times like 11 o'clock at night? And if you're going to be on at 11 o'clock at night, you're going to have a different type of people listening. The people listening at 11 o'clock may be shift workers. They may be people that are truck drivers that are driving a little later on at night. Are you going to be hitting your demographic that you want to hear, that you want to hit at the time of day they're putting your station on? How about the TV? Is it going to be during the daytime with the soap operas? Is it going to be in prime time, or is it going to be later on during the infomercials? You want to know when your advertisement is going to be on, because it's going to give you an idea of how you should plan what to say in your ad. You also want to make sure that when people hear your advertisement on a broadcast or a TV or radio station, it's usually in specific time chunks. So during that specific time chunk, you have to be able to create a specific type of urgency. For a radio ad, say you want to promote a product that they need to buy by turning in and driving right now because they can only get it in 24 hours. You also need to know what that message, you only have, say, 10, 20, 30 seconds to get that message across. How is it going to create that emotional response in that direct action? How are you going to pull them in and then push them to come into your store in that 10, 20, 30 seconds? And by having a really strong headline and by proving that they'll be able to get that result by coming in and seeing you. And plan for that ad length. Right? Plan to make sure that you know it's only 10, 20, or 30 seconds. The next part is display advertising. Okay, now you're looking at display advertising like the billboards. You'll see billboards on the road. You'll see billboards in the public transportation stations. You see them on walls of buildings. You'll see them if you go to a sporting event. You'll see them. Like say, I watch a lot of hockey. They'll be all along the boards in hockey. In say a football or a baseball, you'll see them up on the scoreboards. Right? So when say you're looking at doing some display advertising, realize where you're going to be and what demographic is going to be seeing it. If I'm at a sporting event, who are the average fans for hockey or for the basketball or for the football? If you're at a different, if you're on the display board out on the road, who's the average person driving down that street? Where are they going? Are they going to work? Are they going from work? Are they traveling on vacation and they need a place to stop for lunch or as a theme or as an event, as an experience that for them to pull off the road? What time of day are they going to be driving by it? Now, if it's the early morning and evening commute, what is their thought process while they drive by at that time of day? What is something that is going to make them say, I need to take note of that? What message are you going to put up on there? You'll only have split seconds to be able to people to get that message. So what images are you going to use to be able to convey? Because images are worth 1,000 words. What sense of urgency? What are you going to do to get them to take action now? Because if they only see it for 10, 20 seconds, there needs to be a specific sense of urgency, a reason for them to write down and take note of it. Also, where is the placement of your board? And this goes with demographic, time of day, with everything. If you're placing you're a downtown fitness center and you place a billboard up on you want to have it on the commute, on people coming in or home from work. You want to make sure that you're on the side of the billboard that is people going in, not coming home. Because if they do it coming home, they're not going to come downtown on their lunch hour. Right? You want to know that you're going to be placed in a position that's going to give you the best bang for your buck.